Hello and thanks for staying with us on Africa Independent Television, AIT. Welcome to Edo Decides 2012. It is the 5th day of the interviews with the governorship candidates of the political parties that have been cleared to contest in the July 14th, 2012 governorship elections in Edo State. Now, let us remind you that Edo Decides 2012 is our political enlightenment program, which is designed to bring to your living rooms the political parties, their leaders, and the candidates of the 7 political parties that are running for the governorship on July 14th, 2012. They have had the opportunity, that's talking about the political parties, the candidates, and the party leaders, of explaining their programs, their manifestos, and of course answering your questions as you put them across. Today, it is the turn of the People's Democratic Party candidate, and I'm talking of General Charles Ariabere. He is going to be on the hot seat very shortly, and together with Aisha Osori, we will be talking to him and getting him to explain to the electorate in Edo State why he wants to be the governor of Edo State. My name is Imoni Amarere, and Aisha Osori is very much here. Aisha, welcome.
Thank you.
Now time to get to meet our guest for today, General Charles Ehige Ariabere. He is the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party for the July 14th election. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right, before we go further, let's quickly get to meet General Charles Ehige Ariabere. Let's get to see what his profile looks like. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's Edo Decides 2012, and it is coming to you live from the royal city of Benin. From here in our Benin Center, and the candidate on the hot seat today is that of the People's Democratic Party, Major General Charles Ehige Ariabere, a retired general in the Nigerian Army. Now, let's get to meet him. Apart from the little we know about you, tell us a little bit about yourself, General Ariabere.
I want to seize this opportunity to thank Dial Communication Management for this opportunity given to us, especially myself today, to run through my manifesto and tell Edo people what I have in stock for them when I become the governor of Edo State. This is very encouraging for people who participate with government to ensure even development across board. Having said that, I retired from the Nigerian Army as a Major General. Joined the Army from the Nigerian Military School in 1969, found my way through the system, and I became a Major General in 2008. I hold National Diploma in Accounting from AIT Polytechnic, a Master's degree in Business Administration from University of Ibadan. I am a member of several professional bodies, including the Institute of Certified Public Accountants, Nigerian Institute of Management. I'm a member of several committees they've set up to manage issues within the institute, and I'm a member of the Nigerian Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies in Kuru. I also taught in Kuru before I retired from the Nigerian Army. It's been a wonderful, beautiful career I lived within the Nigerian Army. While I was there, I was the best all-round cadet during my course at the Nigerian Defense Academy in 1981. I won the Forces Service Star, the Meritorious Service Star, the Distinguished Service Star, and the Corps Medal of Honor. And I retired meritoriously unblemished, having commanded the Nigerian Army Finance Corps for 3 years. My last port of service was as an instructor, as a directing staff at the Institute of Policy and Strategic Study, Kuru, where I was directing staff. And you know this is the institute that molds the leaders for this country.
Thank you for telling us about yourself. So it would seem from your career that you haven't spent a lot of time in Edo. What would you say are the 2-3 most critical issues facing Edo State today, and what you would do to address them?
I wouldn't say I have not spent time in Edo State. My heart has been here, and having served at NIPS, Jos, I was a participant in 2007, and I observed from the SWOT analysis on Edo State, that is the strength, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and threats. I discovered that a lot is left undone, and all you can say has to do with the leadership vacuum that exists in Edo State. Edo State is one of the richest in terms of GDP of 11.8 billion, and one of the poorest in terms of unemployment and poverty rates in Nigeria.
Okay, General, let me take you back to your military career. You just spoken glowingly of your service in the military. But some of your critics say that you cannot be a Democrat because of your entire career in the military, which is an autocratic institution. Now, how do you respond to people like that who say, you haven't just retired about 2 years ago in 2010 or thereabout. You could not have been transformed into a Democrat so soon.
Actually, I retired July last year, having put in 37 years in service, and I also was in uniform for 42.5 years. From history, we know that the best democracies in the world also have the strongest army. History will vindicate us on this. That's why most democracies in the world have done well, because of the armed forces they have behind them. Nigeria is not an exception. The democracy we are enjoying today came on stream effectively in 1999, has been further strengthened by the military. We changed a lot of things. There were some reforms within the military to effectively ensure that democracy lasts long in Nigeria. And when I observed that I needed to come home to salvage my people, to help them grow, to join the reformation process in Nigeria, I decided to retire. I retired voluntarily, gave 6 months notice, and I came home to join PDP. And I must tell you that I left service on the 15th of July, and I joined the People's Democratic Party on the 20th of July. It was just a 5 days interval. I made up my mind that the only way to get to leadership is to come through the democratic process, and that is what I'm doing up to this moment. And I intend to take it to the limit by July 14, 2012.
Isn't there a difference between having a strong military and having strong Democrats emerge from military background?
Let me tell you, I served in Washington in 1993 to 1997, when Nigeria was at its highest level of democratic turbulence. I was in Washington, starting from the June 12 saga. I was also opportune to go back to Washington in 1999, and I served at the embassy during the transformation process. You see, the capacity we build within the Nigerian Army gives us the opportunity to understand effectively what democracy is all about. And I think by the act that establishes the armed forces, the holistic effect of democracy is so entrenched that for you to go through that system and emerge and come out a major general and retire unblemished is already putting you in the cadre of a political character in this country. And that is exactly what it is all about.
Well, I want to take you back to your response to my question. You mentioned that when you were in NIPS in 2007, the SWOT analysis let you know that there were lots of gaps.
Yeah.
But you didn't say what these gaps were. And I wanted you to confirm that PDP then was in control of Edo State at this time in 2007. So whatever SWOT analysis you did, shouldn't that have been the responsibility of the PDP government at that time? But now I want to hear your question. What did those gaps reveal? What's wrong with Edo State?
The gaps, well, first and foremost, governance is a continuum. And I believe that a state should not be at a standstill. It should grow. And that is exactly what has motivated me into politics. Those gaps, especially the weaknesses, the threats, are so predominant that you discover that we have a team of unemployed youths. They've suddenly become restive, unemployed. You have the insecurity. You have the decay in terms of education, infrastructure, the health services, the HIV prevalence within the society. These are things that have brought governance in Edo State to its barest level. The industries have become moribund, unemployment at its highest rate, and there is this rural-urban drift that has made all the communities rather abandoned. And these are things that are clearly stated. And I believe that by coming into politics, joining the PDP, will quickly transform Edo State. And that's why I'm here.
Okay, General, some of these things you talk about are things that are prevalent in almost every state across Nigeria. Your party, the PDP, essentially runs the federal government and runs a majority of the states where some of these things are also very prevalent and all of that. But some of your critics, even within the PDP, say that you are a stranger to the party, you are a stranger to Edo State, you are a stranger to the Edo people, and that you are an imposition on the party. How do you respond to people like that?
Well, Imoni, you discover one thing about politics. The political parties are just platforms. And I believe that having taken a critical look at the various opportunities available, I still believe that the PDP is still the party that will quickly transform Edo State. Why did I say so? The PDP is the party at the center. And if you take a look at Mr. President's transformation agenda for this country, seeing the pattern of voting during the last April election, where he came out victorious, landslide, and especially from the South states, I believe that the policy I'm coming in, because democracy, just like is the government of the people, and I believe that this is the time not to test run any other party. I didn't try any other party. I came straight to the PDP, and I believe this is where the transformation for Edo State can take place, and that's why I'm here.
But sir, many people will say that after 8 years of what Edo people politely say, nothing happening under PDP rule, many people seem very happy with what's going on under ACN. Why should they now believe that after their experience with PDP and after what they can see, as Imoni said, across 23 states of Nigeria, why should they put their